Yo, so I'm watching the film Predator, and it got me thinking, what would it be like to be hunted or the hunter? So, of course, you've heard all the stories about those the secret society hunting trips and human hunting and all that, and I believe it. I'm sure it's all true. That the elite have those kind of crazy. I guess for them it would be like a vacation almost, where they go and they hunt people for sport. And of course they made that film The Hunt back in 2020, I believe. And then I'm watching Predator, which, of course was back in the 80s, and it just got me thinking, you know, what that would be like. How exactly would you survive that if you weren't really um adaptable? You'd have to really have an understanding of nature, the wild. Presumably, if you were in the wild, and that's where they would put you. But you'd have to have a good head on your shoulders, and you'd have to adapt very, very quickly because. I mean, what is it on Sunny? They say, and the streets ain't got no rules. So I'm very not that I like it, not that I want it to happen, not that I definitely don't want it to happen to me or anybody I love, but it unfortunately does happen, and there are some very uh, horrible consequences. And then you got to wonder too, who are the people doing it? It's these rich, most likely these rich white people, just like have more money than sense. And it's them, it's they, it's the elite, the people that we don't ever that we talk about, and we know that they exist, but we don't know who they are. But on the same token, maybe it's some of those things where some crazy like wins the lottery, and then it's like maybe that's what they want to do with their money. Maybe somehow they have a connection with them, and it's like, yeah, you won the lottery, so 250 grand or whatever it's going to be. You got yourself a hunt, buddy. Get your rifle and let's go, brother. Go out to the Amazon somewhere and just hunt a bunch of poor souls out there, just like nothing's even happening. And then on the flip side, you know, I mean, then what? You go out. Let's say you do it. You go out and you hunt people, and let's say that there's five of you. There's five victims, and you get all five victims. Then you just go about your day like nothing happened. I mean, that's straight serial killer stalker stuff, and it's very alarming and disturbing, and makes you worry and wonder about the future of the world. I mean, the elites run everything, like we know, and I'm not trying to be that guy and keep saying the elites, but I'm just, for this context, it really makes sense. But they run everything, so who's to say it's not going to be kind of like a Hunger Games situation, to where it's really you just get raffled off and you kind of just, okay, well, Aaron, you got to go yesterday and you got to do your thing. Okay, so Chase, you get to go do yours, and Olivia, you get to do yours tomorrow, whatever it may be. And we're gonna get to the point where we're all doing that thing. Old Catnip doing her thing over there, Evergreen, but Pita Bread's gonna be out there doing his thing, trying to save everybody. And you really gotta wonder, are these the people we put in charge? Are these the people right now that are running the world? I mean, they are, but are they really? You know what I mean? Of course, that the the powers that be, I'd say, are 97% evil, and I'm being very generous, I think. But with that being said, let's say the 3% that aren't evil, are they the ones that are trying to stop stuff? Are they the ones that are trying to, you hear all these theories about these guys, these men and women that end up dying unexpectedly at not like super young, as in like 30s, but 50s, 60s, dying really young in random ways. And and it's because they get too close to the child trafficking or whatever it may be. And there's that theory that Michael Jackson was actually bringing all the kids to Neverland to protect them, and you just, so is there this war going on between these traffickers, whether it be child trafficking or trafficking to fulfill the hunt that they're going to do that year or whatever it may be, and then there's the war between them and the people that are trying to stop it, trying to infiltrate these things and really shine a light on it and bring it to the world and just say, hey, this is what's going on. We need to stop it. And good for them if that's really what's happening. We got these freedom fighters out there doing their thing and protecting people that need to be protected, the the abused and the underprivileged and people like that that people think, oh, no one's going to miss them. And I've seen so many stories and read, and as you all have, and read so many things about these homeless people and different things like that who there was a whole case that Eleanor Neal, my girl Eleanor Neal, on her YouTube channel covered, and I can't remember the exact one, but basically the guy that would rape and kill his victims would find these street kids, and that's how he would get them. He would, he'd promise them food and shelter and things like that. And of course, when you're, upwards of 10, 11, even younger years old, and you have nothing going right for you, and some rich dude's like, hey, come to my place, I'll give you some food and all that. And it might have been John Wayne Gacy now that I'm thinking about it, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, but you got all that going on, and then they end up murdered. And it's just that on a grand scale with a lot more people involved. It's not just one dude or woman doing it. It's like a whole row, a whole assortment of people. And probably, that we wouldn't want to know, we want to know, but it's just, we'd probably be surprised, the people that would be on that list. It's kind of like the Epstein client list that they need to release that shit. We have a right to know these people are scum, and these people are, no matter what your opinion on the death penalty is, I think everyone hopefully would agree that they deserve to be put in prison for the rest of their life. So release it. Let's get these people out of power. Let's get these people to where that they have to pay for their actions. They have to understand what they're doing is wrong, and we need to get them and take down the elite. And I'm not saying that, oh, we need to, this isn't me like rich against poor. I'm not saying that at all. There's good people out there that have money. Matthew McConaughey, I'm sure he's got a great amount of money. He seems like a great guy. There's all kinds of people out there that have money and that do the right things with them. But then I want to say, probably more bad people. And that's a shame that we live in the world where there's more bad people that are willing to hurt children specifically because they're easy targets, but anybody that really they kind of feel is lesser than. The Hunt really had a good point. I don't like the fact that they politicized it, but I do understand the fact that these elites or whatever are hunting people that they feel are less desirable in society than they are themselves. So basically, it's just a dick swinging challenge about, well, I'm better than you and you're not as good as me, so now I don't feel the need for you to even live on the same earth that I am. You can't even have the same breath that I can have. And when we get into that, we really start tearing apart society, and we need to tear that society apart so we can try to have a more cohesive, fitting a group of people that really are living in the world, so we all feel at least somewhat more comfortable. I know that's a pipe dream, it's never going to happen, but wouldn't it be nice to live in a world where we don't have these hunting parties? Or if we're going to do it, make hunting parties for scumbags, make a freaking you sign up and you pay X amount of money and you win the bid or whatever, and then fine, you want to release all the pedophiles and stuff, freaking do that. Go take them, hunt the bad guys, hunt the serial killers, hunt the rapists, hunt the murderers, hunt the people that hurt children, hunt the people that hurt animals. Those are the people that need to be rid of in society. I don't know if I even said that right, but it sounded funny, so I'm sorry. But I'm just getting a little blood boiled because it's just the people that we put on a pedestal, like Roman Polanski, man. I don't give a damn if Roman Polanski made the best director movie in the world, and he obviously did back in whatever year it was The Pianist came out, 2002, I think. But that motherfucker is a rapist. He is a rapist, point blank. He drugged and anally raped a 13-year-old girl. The dude is not allowed to go to France. If he goes to France, he will be arrested. And yet here we are still singing his praises. But then Kevin Spacey gets put on blast. I'm not saying that Kevin Spacey should be, doing this thing, and I'm not saying that uh, Epstein and these people are good, but I'm saying, why is it okay for some and not for others? It's all about the elite. It's about who you are. It's about the circle you roll in. And I think the more power, the more power you have over people's lives, and the more determination you have to keep yourself out of harm's way when it comes to the legal system. And, at this point, the legal system, as we all know, is failing, and it fails people every single day. So we need to just trash the system we have now and build it back and really make it a people system to where it's truly like voted on, and and a real get a real I don't know before just stop, Aaron, just stop. The point is, there's things we don't know about. There's shady things, and those shady things need to stop. They need to stop before we have. I mean, we've already kind of said this, that the world, it's like, well, if you're rich and powerful, you're okay. No matter what you do, you're good, because you're the one that keeps, you keep Exxon in business. You keep BP in business. You keep, Wall Street in business. The suits and ties are good because of you, and that's not how it should be. It should be flipped. But enough of that. That's really all I got. On a movie review note, I guess, Predator, fantastic. Who could forget all the awesomeness of Jesse Ventura? The body's up in there, and he's throwing zingers left and right. Arnold is, of course, being awesome with his cigar. And then The Hunt itself, it's a good film. It's new age, a little nuance, and it brings it into the 2020s and where we're at now in today's society. Whether you like it or not, it is kind of a real thing. So it's a dangerous world we live in. People, be safe, watch your surroundings, and have a buddy system. I know it sounds silly, and it used to be, just for it. Not even doesn't sound silly anymore. Not in the world we live in, and. It used to be, women at bars specifically, watch your drinks. And that's great. I mean, obviously I support that, but it's kind of everybody watch your drinks. Everybody, make sure you're not drinking the Kool-Aid. Make sure you're drinking some clean water and keeping your mind fresh. Until next time, my friends, take it easy.